Hey guys, how you doing today? Good. All right. My name's Tobin Wagstaff. You can call me Tobin or Mr. Tobin. Either way is fine with me. I'm going to tell you guys about what I do in a moment. I thought I'd play a song first. Does that sound cool?
Yeah. You don't go like funny thing where it goes.
Well, somebody got a joke. We got to tell a joke though. Who's got a joke? Somebody got a joke? All right.
Wesley. Oh, let Wesley do it. Let Wesley do it. Wesley.
Okay, fine. You got a joke?
What are those?
Wait, I thought you had a joke.
No, what?
Wait, nobody's got a joke? Nobody knows a joke.
Wesley. Let Wesley do it. Wesley's in the red one.
All right, well, I don't know. Think of a joke and we'll do it later. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play a song for you guys and then we'll talk.
Oh, I got it. Oh, I got a joke.
Remember it. We'll go back to right, did we come up with a joke?
Yeah, I got one. Why did the chicken cross the road? That's not even
We haven't heard the joke yet. Hold on. So why did the chicken cross the road?
To sue KFC.
To sue KFC. All right. All right. That make you happy? All right. Cool. Okay, so, all right, no more jokes right now. Maybe later, okay? So here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what I do, and then at the end of it, I'll give you guys time to ask me questions, and then we can talk about things too. And then I'll play another song at the end, okay? So we are good until, what was it? 11? Are we good until 11? Okay. Okay. So I am a drummer and I am a percussionist. What that means is I play instruments that you hit with a stick or a mallet or your hand, primarily. But I also play other instruments. I play guitar, I play piano, I sing, I do some other stuff too. So all that put together basically just means I'm a musician, and that's what I do for work. I'm a musician. When you're a musician, there are three aspects that you're typically involved in. One is performing, and so I just did that. You saw me perform, so that's a big part of what I do, is playing music for other people. Another thing that I do a lot of is I'm a music educator. So I teach music, but I'm not like a music teacher like you guys probably experience in your school. Like I don't go to the same school every day and teach music to the same group of kids all the time. I go around town and I teach people about what I do, and I teach them how to do drumming better, and I teach them new instruments, and I do that in a lot of different places. But I also have my own music school called Studio Percussion Music and Dance Center, and so I teach music there, and then I have other teachers that work with me that teach other instruments too. So when I'm teaching music, I'm usually teaching drums and percussion. When I have other teachers teaching with me, they're like a piano player or a guitar player or a voice person. So I let them focus on their specialties, or their principal instruments. We call them principal instruments. So my principal is drums and percussion. So I perform, I teach, and another thing that you usually do if you're a musician is you're involved in some way with what we call music retail. Music retail is like running a store that sells music instruments. So usually we're involved in some way with that. I don't do a lot of music retail. That's not a big part of my job. I do some of that though. I do a lot of music education. I do a lot of teaching, and that's what I enjoy the most about my job, is that part. I like things like this where I can talk with people and teach them things. Like, that's really fun for me. I do like to perform, and I definitely do a lot of that, but that's not as big of a part of the job that I do, okay? So most of what I do is teaching, and then performing second, and then music retail, very small percentage. For a third thing. Okay. I want to talk to you guys about how I got into doing this. I was about maybe 10, 11 years old, about your age, and where I was growing up, we had a band program in elementary school. I know you guys don't have that in elementary school here, but you will in middle school. Where I grew up, we did. And so about 4th, 5th grade, I joined the band, and I really found that drums and percussion was really cool to me. Like, the fact that I could take a stick and hit something and create a musical sound was like really cool for me. And so I started playing drums and percussion at that time, and then I discovered that I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. And so I did it in elementary school, and I did it in middle school. I was in band in middle school, I was in band in high school, and I did marching band, all that stuff. I went to college for music. And while I was in college, that's when I started my music school. Like, I just fell in love with music, and I fell in love with teaching people about music. That was like the coolest thing in the world. So that became my passion, is music and playing music and teaching music. Let's talk about what passion is. Who knows what passion is? How would you describe or define passion? Somebody's got to know. All right, what would you say?
Like what you love to do and
No, that's great. That's really, really great. Other definitions.
like if you like want to do something
You said don't hold back on it? Okay, I like that. I like that. Yes.
A passion is where you want to be it and you work your way to be it.
I like that. That's unique. I haven't heard that today. Yes?
Believing yourself.
Believe in yourself. That is an important quality to have if you're passionate about something. Okay, so when I was about your age, I discovered drums and percussion and music. I became very passionate about it. I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it. I loved it. And then it got to a point where I could not imagine not drumming every day. Like, I think and do drums every day, and I love it. Like, I really love it. I can't not do it.
Did
So
you do it with your high school?
Oh, absolutely.
Let me see.
Maybe later. How about this? Like when I play that other song later, I'll close my eyes for a little bit of it, and I'll try to make it dramatic so you can tell I'm doing it. But anyway, so I became very passionate about drums and percussion. And the thing that I want to convey to you guys about that is you can do anything that you want with your life. Especially, if you're passionate about something, you can make that a job for you. That's what I did. I found out that I love drums and percussion. I didn't know back then that I was going to do it for work one day. I just loved it. But then I got older and things kind of fell into place. And I was just always seeking out getting better at drums and wanting to learn as much as I could about it. And so now it's what I do. And I love to teach other people how to do it, and I love to play. So you guys can do anything that you want to do, and your passion can be anything. It doesn't have to be music. It could be, maybe you're really into sports, maybe you're really into art, maybe you're really into science, maybe you're really into like animals. Like whatever it is that you're really interested in, that could turn into a passion where you just can't imagine not doing it, and that can turn into a career for you. You can do anything you want. You can be a police officer, a teacher, a scientist, a doctor. You can be a musician. I'm a musician. You can be a veterinarian and work with animals. There's like so many cool things out there that you can do. And so I want to encourage you guys to keep that in mind. You can do anything. So like you guys are at a cool place right now because at this age, you're going to start discovering things that you really like. It could be football. It could be fishing. There's so many things that you guys are getting exposed to right now. You're going to discover things that you really love, and you're going to discover things that you become very passionate about. So I just want, I'm here and showing you that I have kind of a different job. Like there's not many people who do what I do, and I'm an example of you can do anything you want, but you have to do two things. And this is where I'm kind of like sort of preaching to you guys a little bit. First thing you should do is if there's something that you discover that you love and you think you might want to do it for a job, find people that do it already. Like when I discovered that this is something I wanted to do for work, I made a point to go find other people that do this for work, and I learned about what they're doing with it. Second thing is you learn everything you can from them. Find somebody who's doing the thing that you want to do, and then learn everything you can from that person about that thing, whatever it is. Animals, science, being a doctor, being a teacher, being a musician, whatever. The other thing that I want to attach to that is it's really important that you guys learn to be teachable or coachable. Who thinks they understand what I mean by teachable? What is teachable? Yeah, you.
Open to learning and just want to learn and let everybody teach you without making it a point to make you
You just said everything that I was going to say. You're right. No, you're right. So, who in here in this room has had the experience where you had to show somebody how to do something, or you were trying to help them with something, but they just wouldn't listen to you? All right. So I think everybody's had that experience before. That's an example of somebody not being teachable. If you want to be a cool person and know lots of cool things, are you going to be a cool person and know lots of cool things if you're not teachable? No. Like, what I do is pretty cool, right? Like, you guys don't have to be a drummer, but if you know how to play drums, that'd be kind of cool, right? All right. Who knows how to do their laundry? Ooh, I'm kind of glad you said that. All right, put your hands down. Do you like doing your laundry? Do you think anybody else likes doing your laundry?
Yes.
No, nobody likes doing your laundry.
I
Okay?
do my own laundry.
But that's an example of being teachable. Learn how to do your laundry so other people don't have to do it. You know, one day you might decide that you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend or something. Do you think they want to do your laundry?
Yes.
No. 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 You think your mom wants to do your laundry forever?
Yes.
Anyway, but see, the teachable thing applies to a lot of areas of your life. If you know how to do your laundry, that suddenly makes you a lot cooler than the person who doesn't. If you know how to make a sandwich, that makes you way cooler than somebody who doesn't know how to make a sandwich. If you know how to play drums, that makes you way cooler than somebody who doesn't know how to play drums. I mean, of course I'm biased, but the point is if you guys know things, you become a more competent, valuable person. Like, you have more things that you can do. You have more things you can offer the world. You have more things you can offer your friends and your family and the people that you care about in your life. Be teachable. Learn stuff. Learn stuff and be cool. Like, that's cool, right? To learn stuff? Super cool. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to enjoy everything that you're learning. But my point is whatever it is that you discover that you're passionate about, find people that do it, learn from them, be teachable, have an open mind about things. And the other thing that you mentioned that I think is important to touch on is there are people who walk through life thinking they know everything and they're really proud of themselves. But those people tend to be very frustrating and they're not teachable. It's like that person you tried to show that thing to, but they're not listening. You can't do much with people that are like that. Like, you can't really do much about that. Like, for them or with them, like, they're not. Don't be that person. Be like the other person who's like can learn stuff and like helps people and does cool stuff. Like, be that person. But you can do it with whatever your passion is. For me, it was music. For you, it could be science or being a firefighter or maybe even the military, whatever it is that you're interested in doing. I'm here to just tell you guys that you can do it, and the things that I mentioned about passion, find people that do it, learn from them, be teachable. Those 4 things I think go a long way. So just keep that in mind, and I know some of you guys are taking notes. Like, that's the stuff I would write down, that stuff. All right, so let's see how I'm doing here. Right, awesome. So now's, I think, the time where I can answer some questions for you guys. We'll do that for about 5 minutes or something, and then I can play another song for you. So questions, comments, things like that, but one person at a time. I'll call on you. Yes?
Can you show us what everything that, like, what note?
Yes, I'm glad that you asked. Sometimes I forget to do that. So I mentioned earlier that percussion is any instrument that you hit with a stick or a mallet or your hand, right? So there are lots of percussion instruments in the world. I really just have 2 types here today. I have drums and I have cymbals. Those are 2 types of many, many percussion instruments, okay? This one down here on the bottom that I hit with my foot, that's called the bass drum. Say bass drum.
Bass drum.
Bass drum.
Bass drum.
All right, so if I'm going to tell you about it, I'm going to make sure you're hearing it, all right? So these 2, they're called tom-toms. Say tom-toms.
Tom-tom.
And then this one here is like a tom-tom, but it has something on the bottom that makes it sound different. Snare drum. Say snare drum.
Snare drum.
And what's different about this one is it's got these wires down here, and that's what gives it that crack kind of sound
Did
you
you make
hear.
it go? But you did from
That's funny that you did that. I've been playing that in every group today.
It's like
All right. You guys know what that's from, right? Like a lot of movies start with that or something.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the snare drum. So then I have, this is another snare drum. It's just smaller, so it sounds different. Okay, and then I have cymbals. This is a ride cymbal. Say ride cymbal.
Right.
These are crash cymbals. I have 2 of them because they're different sizes, and so they sound different.
Sounds like a gong.
Say crash cymbals.
Crash cymbals.
This is like a crash cymbal, but we call it a splash cymbal because it's tiny. But it's just like a crash cymbal, it's just smaller. And then here, I have 2 cymbals. They kind of like sandwich together, and this is called the hi-hat. Say hi-hat. And then, I mean, I guess these aren't really cymbals, but I mean, I guess you could call these cymbals. But anyway, What is this?
That's what I call it.
It's a tambourine. Now, this looks a little bit different because this is designed to be mounted on a stand. But the ones that you're used to seeing are probably just holding them in your hand. But it's still a tambourine. Okay, so those are all the instruments that I'm using. Other questions?
Well, could you push that foot pad down?
When I push this pedal down, it makes those cymbals fit together. And then I can play it this way, or this way. Or I can just do this. Okay. Yes?
Awesome at this. The drums and everything.
I really appreciate the compliment. But it goes back to those things I was talking about. I was passionate about it. I found people that did it. I learned as much as I could for them. And even now, I try to be really teachable because like I know I'm good at what I do, but I always do things like I videotape myself and I go back and watch my videos to see how I can do these things better. So like I'm learning from other people still, but I'm also learning from myself. So, but I appreciate the compliment. Any other questions? Yes?
Have you ever played drums so long you forgot to eat?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Have you ever played drums so long you forgot to eat?
Forgot to eat?
Probably.
I'll tell you what, I don't know, I've been up since like 6 o'clock this morning, and I've basically been playing drums and talking to people about drums all morning, and I'm starving right now. So I'm really glad, I think this is the last group, isn't it? So I'm really, really glad that after this I could go eat free food at the office or something. Like, yeah, so yes, like, yeah, there's plenty of times where I'm just starving. But I forget though, I forget to eat because I do enjoy what I'm doing. All right, other questions?
I want to hear another song. I want to see you close your eyes.
Yes.
When did you start playing drums?
Well, I mentioned it earlier, but about 10, 11. So I was about you guys are like 10, 11, 12, right?
Yeah.
So I was about your age. I mean, I don't know, like, I think, what's your name? Say it again? Dontrell. I kind of, I don't know, I think sometimes when people ask me, like, how old I was when I started playing drums, I think what they're kind of really trying to ask me, or what they're trying to figure out for themselves is, how young do you have to start to get this good at whatever age that I'm at? How old do you guys think I am?
35. 25. 23.
All right, I don't mind telling you how old I am. I am 35.
Oh, yeah.
But I appreciate that you guys that think that I'm like 20-something or
Right
whatever.
in the middle.
So I started playing Dontrell. Did I say it right?
Yes.
All right, so if I started playing at about 10 years old and I'm 35 now, that means I've been playing drums for about 25 years, right? So yeah, like if you've been playing or doing anything for that amount of time, you're going to be pretty good at it. But that really doesn't mean anything. If you're going to get good at something, it's really about you taking the time to practice it and to study it and to get good at it. There are guys younger than me that have been playing for lesser time than I've been playing that like smoke me. Like they're just amazing. Like they're just way better than me because they invested more time in it than I did. I mean, I'm pretty good where I'm at, but I mean, it's just a matter of like how much you care about it and how much you want to invest in it. Like invest your time and your brain power into it to get good at the thing. It doesn't really matter how long you've been doing it. You can get good in a short period of time if you really just do it. Just do it, right? All right, I guess I got to play a song here in a second. Yes?
Are you interested in playing other instruments?
I do play guitar. I play bass guitar. I play piano. I sing. I can play some other instruments besides that. Drumming is what I'm best at, but I probably enjoy playing guitar more. I don't know. Guitar is like the instrument that I play when I want to have fun. Drums are what I'm just good at. You know, I don't know. But I love it all. So don't get me wrong. I love drums, but like I sometimes have more fun playing guitar. Yeah.
Did you ever have a garage band?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, part of like learning to play an instrument and getting good at the instrument is playing with other people and being very bad for a long time. And then eventually you start to get good. You know, like you can't get good at something immediately. Like you're going to be bad at it for a while, and then you'll get good at it. And it's okay. It's okay to not be great at something. You will get great at it if you work at it. Yeah.
Can you like play your own song that you made up or something, just play two notes together?
Well, I mean, I'm playing drums, so you know, it's not really going to mean much. as far as that goes. And that's like a whole other thing that I could have a different class about. But no, there's not really something like that I can show you. I mean, I can play all sorts of stuff, but like there's nothing unique about drums like, in that sense. Like I can't write a song on the drums.
No, just like ding, 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 ding,
Yay!
You answered my question. Do it with your eyes closed.
No, all right. So we're gonna wrap up here. I'm gonna play another song, and I'll close my eyes at some point during this.
I got it.